Hey, buddy. I need to go over there right by where you're standing. Yeah, I need to go right there. You okay with that? Man, you are fearless, aren't you? I'm gonna go right there. I'll stand right there. You just don't care, do you?
Hi, we're Mark and Mel. After raising 4 amazing daughters who are now raising our 12 grandchildren and helping people on land in the real estate business for over 30 years, we're now realizing our goal of a year-long adventure cruising America's Great Loop on our boat Paradise. This is a 6,000-mile journey through waterways that include the Atlantic and Gulf Intercoastal Waterways, Great Lakes, Canadian Heritage Canals, and inland rivers of America's Midwest cities. Join us as we navigate over 100 locks, explore cities large and small, and experience an unforgettable journey through America's Great Loop.
Very chilly morning here at Port St. Joe, Point South Marina in the little town of Port St. Joe, Florida. Very nice marina, brand new, well, opened maybe a year or so since being rebuilt after one of the recent hurricanes. I'm not sure which one, but all new docks, all new electric, which we thought was going to be a problem because all the new systems, current code requires GFCI breakers for the main breakers on the docks, and we've been tripping them, but we're hooked up and we're doing well here, but it is cold. 38 degrees right now. Brr.
Mr. Pelican is not afraid of us. We keep walking back and forth, and he likes hanging out next to our boat. But as long as he doesn't poop on it, which we got some bird poop, but I don't think it's his. Got a video. This is a terrific marina. It has been fabulous. We love you guys. So what's the name of this lake we're coming up on?
Wemiko Lake, or Lake Wemiko.
And there's like 3 stumps that everybody's noted.
There are stumps.
Stumps.
2, I've heard 1, I've heard 2, I've never heard anybody say 3. That are right in the middle of the, literally right in the channel. The channel is very narrow and you can't leave the channel because it gets instantly shallow. So you gotta get around the stumps but not get out of the channel. We've got a fishing boat here we want to slow down for. Full lake for the most part is about 1 to 2 feet deep.
Really?
Yeah, that's why you need to stay in the channel.
Wow.
The channel is dredged.
So it's a very
there's depth here. We've got 20 feet here, but I assume it's going to get shallower as we get out into the lake. One marked on the chart, literally right here, that there's nothing.
Oh, I don't even see it.
Right there. We're in a little left. Anyway, but really we're just passing it according to the chart. That's the first one that was marked here. So,
wow.
But these marks, that's somebody picking a location and adding it to the chart. So there's some inaccuracies there. Some frequency, I'm sure.
It's a permanently open old train bridge? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a swing bridge, but it's inoperative. I think I read about it that it's just always in the open position. I think this is the one I read about. I don't, just looking at it, it doesn't look like they operate.
What's the navionics say?
Video of it.
Does navionics say to stay on to the right?
Navionics was taking us through that side.
Oh.
The channel is what? The channel is more the channel on this side. If there were a depth issue here, it would be well marked. There'd be buoys identified.
That is one old bridge.
It hasn't moved in a long time.
Yeah.
Right here.
30 feet?
It's the second or third big sand dune type beachy thing I've seen along this route.
So we are anchoring out, and what's our anchorage called?
Apalachicola.
Apalachicola anchorage. I will go get
Apalachicola.
Apalachicola. I go get the
floaties here. Well, let's say we're about 20 minutes out before we're actually going to anchor.
okay.
We'll be there in 5 minutes, so we need to get the.
So now we're not going up St. Mark's.
We are getting ready to anchor, so we need headsets. You need headsets, and you need.
I'm going to get the headsets.
Yes.
Here's Apalachicola. We're anchored out across from there. We're going to get in the marina tomorrow, but today we're going to cross over in our dinghy, say hi to some other loopers. We're anchored out in Apalachicola Bay. We see the marina, well, the place we're gonna go tie up. It's the marina.
It's a marina that has space for 3 boats on a side dock along the river.
Yeah.
So.
But
not a marina in the regular sense.
Yeah, the marinas at Apalachicola apparently are not the.
Well, at least not this one.
Yeah, not this one. They're not like the like we've been to. We were kind of spoiled we just left South Point in,
Point South Marina.
Yeah, thank you.
Port St. Joe.
Thank you. That was so good. It was, the town was there, it was easy to get to, and lots of stuff, lots of restaurants. So that was a fun place. That was a fun stop. But to be anchored out in really calm weather is really nice. Right now it's very calm. And this is a great anchorage. There's nobody else around us. There's like 4 crab pots. So we stayed around away from them. But there's a good current, catches you right here. But so people we knew were anchored or tied up where we're going to be tied up today. And we knew them, and they saw us come in, and so they said, hey, you want to go to dinner with us? So we took the dinghy over there last night, and that was really good, huh? It was fun. It was easy to tie up right next to them at the end. There's a ladder that we caught right at the end of that dock and tied up right next to that. So
the docks are very, very high. They're all fixed docks. They're not floating docks, at least along this section here. So there was no way we could have gotten up onto the dock from our dinghy sitting in the water without the ladder. So
it's really cool because there's these old buildings, and we'll get video of that today because we're gonna, like I said, when we get our free spot, we'll go over there and tie up, and then we'll be able to get out and tour the town, get more video of the cool stuff around the shops and stuff. But this apparently the dock owner, he has renovated this old building. It's like an old warehouse, and last night it had lights strung across it, and he does weddings there. So you can't tie up when there's a wedding event there. It's neat to see these old buildings being used for wedding venues. I really love that. We will show you more, but what we're doing is planning the crossing.
the Gulf crossing.
The Gulf crossing. And I think it's so interesting to me because you have to have like an open mind. We respect each other's opinion about go or not go, whether we're comfortable or not. And we are not comfortable crossing overnight. So we're gonna, plus we like spending time learning more about the area and going to these little towns and exploring. So we are kind of just taking our time, listening to people. They're coming up and they're either crossing and saying goodbye and meeting some other people and going across, or like this big boat, he doesn't really care if anybody goes with him, does he? He's good. No.
I don't think so.
No. So they can go fast, they can go faster, and they can get across easier.
He's also planning to do the full crossing all the way from the Carabel area, or this area in general, to Tarpon Springs, Florida, which is like 150 miles or so, and he says he's going to do it in 8 hours. I haven't done the math. During daylight hours he's going to do it. I haven't done the math, but that's some speed.
Yeah.
So he's going way faster than we'll go.
Yeah. That's what you can do if you're in a boat that can go faster. So you can get across faster, but we need to go a little slower, like what, 9 miles an hour?
Well, we cruise usually at 7 knots, which is right at 8 miles per hour. That's kind of our sweet spot that I like.
Yeah.
We seem to get the best fuel economy right there.
Yeah.
And we can go a little faster. In fact, we can go as fast as that guy is going to go. But I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that would be kind of loud. And we are kind of, feeling out this next week. So we're not like rushing to get ready to go with somebody who's going tomorrow, but we are getting ready. So it's interesting. I mean,
well, we're in no hurry, and
yeah.
We want to experience the town of Apalachicola, which we're at today.
Yeah.
We're spending the night on a dock over there tonight, and we also want to experience the town of Carabel, which is the most popular jumping off point to do the Gulf crossing. The town of Carabel and the Dog Island area just offshore from that. A lot of people will stay in Carabel till they get their weather window, and then the day before they're going to leave, we'll go out to the Dog Island area, which is offshore but protected, and anchor overnight, and they save a good 45 minutes to an hour on their, or they shorten their crossing trip by that 45 minutes to an hour that it takes to get from Caravel down to the Dog Island area. And that's likely what we'll do. But there's 6 boats left this morning. It looks pretty decent out there, and we saw 6 boats on Nebo leaving the Dog Island area just in the last 20-30 minutes. So there's at least 6 boats crossing right now, to presumably to Steenhatchee. There's no way they're taking the long route to Tarpon Springs, leaving this time of day. And we know the boats, and a couple of boats are pretty low speed trawlers, so there's no way they have the speed to do it during daylight hours, the long crossing. So they're definitely going to Steenhatchee.
Right. And we know some people that are coming up behind us, actually several boaters that are behind us that we could connect up and plan with if we felt like, oh, this is our window of whether we want to take it now and we're done with exploring here.
If that doesn't work out, we'll do our crossing with somebody we haven't met yet.
Yeah, yeah.
That happens all the time.
And that happens too. So that's super cool. You know, everybody is so cooperative about understanding it's really smart to go across with a buddy boat or several buddy boats. The more the merrier, it sounds like. So
Safety in numbers.
Safety in numbers, yeah. So we'll go explore Apalachicola and share the town with you. This botanical garden is one of my favorites in Apalachicola. We're out riding our bikes nearby, so we're walking through the memorial here and through the botanical garden, and the smell is just amazing. All the different trees and moss, and you can just smell the freshness and the grass. It's amazing. Apalachicola was third largest cotton port in the United States. Oh no. Is it good? Looks yummy. This is, it's got nuts in it. Sometimes you feel like a nut. So John Gorey invented the ice machine. It's a really unique story of how he used it in Apalachicola because of a fever that was he thought was related to things that were not refrigerated. So people were getting sick, and so he was the first one that made an ice maker. And I'll put a link to the story about it. But I love this architecture around here. You've got everything from, you know, the average small little home of that period to bigger homes with columns and museums. And the museum over there has columns. I just love it. You've got some porches that are screened in, some wraparound porches on the homes that are not screened in. I just love the architecture.